Be here. Welcome. We spent the weekend in Starkville, Mississippi, everybody. Starkville, Mississippi. That's the ding right there. It's a lovely place, and they call it, if you don't know, Stark Vegas. Because, well, I'm not exactly sure why they call it Stark Vegas. But maybe in Mississippi they do that because every time you throw the dice, you hit a Walmart. I don't know. Okay, let's start the show.
Let's start a show.
That's the lightest joke ever.
Since 2020, we've done plenty of virtual comedy shows online, and though the virus is slowing, we'll keep going because we've still got lots of hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin.
Welcome to Virtual Comedy Show. It's a Zoom meeting with jokes. So please turn on your camera, turn on your mic, unless you have barking dogs or a rabid moose in your living room, in which case, please mute yourself for Pete's sake, and let's have some fun.
It's the Virtual Comedy Show, starring Steve Goodie and Brad Tassell. Tonight, Steve and Brad welcome comedian
Jeff Pearson,
plus funny songs from
Robbie Ellis,
and a patty melt from Patti Vasquez, and much more. Now, please welcome Brad Tassell.
Yay! Hello, everyone. Boy, we have people from the UK tonight. We have people from Bali tonight. We have people from rooms that are really loud. Fantastic. Can't wait. This is going to be quite a show. I can already feel it. And extra musical. That's kind of exciting right there.
Yes.
And also Tom Rockwell will join us. He just won't be doing anything. It'll be fantastic. We have a great show starting now. And we have, of course, Steve Goodie, who does everything. And usually Patti Vasquez, but Patti is on assignment in Los Angeles rebuilding. She's going to be putting up buildings. So that's fantastic. We also have a very special double musical comedian show with our pals Jeff Pearson, who is with Steve, and of course Robbie Ellis, who is also amazing. And we're going to try not to wake up his baby.
Okay. With the echo.
That's the plan.
How did
Speak very quiet.
I'm going to mute Robbie. Say something, Brad. Robbie, I think you.
Oh, it's me. I'm sorry. I'll
Do something with your settings.
Yeah, Robbie.
And I'm muting you.
Still doing it though.
Please stay muted.
Nope. Now it's
figure it out.
Robbie, well, and we don't need him because you're going to play all his videos.
Exactly.
I think I've sorted it out now. My apologies. Yep.
Okay.
All right. Well, so now we know, let's all remember something. The first rule of every problem needs to be solved, laying blame. That's the first rule.
And you'll notice Robbie has a funny accent.
That's right. So we got him from all over the world this week just to screw us up. It's fantastic. So, by the way, I know you didn't know what the opening joke meant, but I do wonder where Starkville, Mississippi got the name Stark Vegas. They have signs everywhere. And I found out it's the same reason that I don't have a nickname, because not one that's stuck anyway, because every nickname, if you've ever noticed, is a name people call you that you hated. And then at one point they called you that so much and they beat you down so hard, you just decided to like it and you put it on the back of your shirt. That's where nicknames come from. And they are often, and I don't have a nickname because all mine were vulgar, so it didn't work. and often they are the opposite of the thing that you are. Like in 8th grade, if you're the size of a Range Rover, Chad starts to call you Pee-wee, and now that's you, which you hate being called Pee-wee, and you hate Chad, because we all hate Chad. Let's just admit it right off the bat. But then you wake up, it's senior year, and you have Pee-wee on the back of your jersey in the same font they use for skywriting, and Chad is still the worst, but he's now going to be your roommate at Ball State. So that is what happened in Starkville. Rival towns always mocked them for being a hick town, and then they called them the opposite. Oh, look, it's Stark Vegas. But Starkville has had the last laugh, because unlike the real Vegas, in Stark Vegas, you won't have to worry about getting STDs with your hooker. just maybe a couple deer ticks and ringworm. So that's yeah. All right, folks, that was a long way to go for nothing. So let's try something else. Okay, so we are in after week 4 of after 4 years of zero planes crashing, we have now in the last week had, I think, 6 planes crash, right? Experts are wondering how this could happen after so many years of 0 plane crashes, and it took our illustrious Orange Führer to give us the facts. It was dwarves. Did you hear that? Yep. That's one of the main things the big tangerine dictator named as the culprit for the horrific helicopter crash in D.C. And I'm going to look up now and ask our lovely visitor from Bali, aren't you glad you're there? There she is, everybody. So the hiring of little people, of course, also any minority or woman or even a minor disability, are destroying the fabric of our country. But he said in his comments, dwarfism twice, like it wasn't tall enough in the first place. So we had to prop it up as something as really unhireable. And I have many good friends who are little people, and they are smart and equipped enough to say, hey, helicopter, don't hit that plane. They just are. Unless maybe you fire them and their bosses or freeze their funding or just give them one to manage 300 flights an hour. But no, again, let's lay blame. It's Obama who did this. Obama, who hasn't been in office for almost 10 years, but he is so insidious. It's the buildup. Obama was so smart that he was playing the long game. He hired people that had a 9-year incompetence incubation period. Okay? So that they did a great job until literally January of 2025, when boom, they forgot they aren't straight, white, cis Christian men and started pushing buttons at random like Homer Simpson during a nuclear meltdown. That's what happened, folks. Oh, wait, but Homer's yellow, so I guess that's the thing. Okay. All right, so that is my thing. Okay, and on the same note, a recent study showed that 25 million Americans are afraid of flying. Did you know that?
Yeah.
And that number goes up to 30 million if they ever hear Jesus take the stick. Jesus, take the stick. Jesus, that work for you better? All right. Elon, boy, we're mic'd up, aren't we? Hey, Elon Musk is suing companies to make them advertise on X. That's amazing, isn't it? Let me say that again. Elon Musk wants the court to tell companies they have to buy advertising on X. This is brilliant, everybody. Why didn't we think of this?
Why didn't we think of this?
He is suing Hershey's, Lego, and many others. And I can't believe I didn't think of this. This show is about to make so much money. So much money. So I am taking Elon's advice and putting you on notice that in 1 week, I need a 300 ad buy from Tesla. Tesla, everybody. You will be hearing from my attorney if I don't have a Cybertruck blowing up in my driveway by the end of the month. That's all there is to it. Steve, what do you want?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, didn't want anything, but if you don't advertise with us, you are cyber-trucked.
That's right. You're Cybertruck you, pal. That's all there is to it.
On a completely serious note, I know that there are ad agencies that are refusing to put anything to do with Twitter, like any advice to clients, in writing for fear of being sued by Elon Musk. That is actually for real. I know that.
It's real. No,
yeah,
and sadly, we have a Supreme Court that might just agree. So that's fantastic. It's a great country, isn't it, folks? A plastic surgeon in Taiwan performed his own vasectomy.
Wow. On purpose?
Yep. He posted the procedure on social media, surprising many people, but mostly surprising his urologist who didn't know he'd been sacked.
2 jokes in one.
That's right. 2 jokes. Yes, it's a whole ball full of jokes.
Is that why they call it Taiwan?
That's right. Taiwan. The Grammys.
We're still on the ball joke. Now,
nobody
go ahead.
does anything. The show never disappoints, and Beyonce is the first Black artist to ever win Best Country Album, leading 30 million MAGA members to say, "What the hell did we vote for?" Damn it!
Right.
And Will Smith's son Jaden arrived in the Addams family's home on his head. It was great. And a sign on the back that said, "Try and slap me now, Dad."
Yeah.
Will Smith's son.
Wow.
Kanye West wore a black shirt and black pants, and his wife's outfit made Stevie Wonder say, "That bitch naked." That's what Stevie Wonder said. Hey, therapists were asked when it's better to break up, before or after Valentine's Day. While most men said before is better, and most women said he's going to get a whole different kind of dry February. Not dry January, but
Yeah.
he better give himself a vasectomy quick. A baby shark was mysteriously born in an aquarium that housed only female sharks. Yep. There is no explanation at this point for how this happened. One aquarium employee was interviewed and said and was asked, "Hey, Bill, are your clothes so wet, and why don't you have any pants?" Bill had sex with a shark.
Really?
That's some dangerous stuff right there.
Did he do it on purpose?
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry.
Yes, he did. Yes, he sealed the deal.
Hey, guess what?
Any other puns?
I have one. I took my once bilingual nephew. My sister tried raising them bilingual with French to the aquarium. It's like, oh, on verra des requins. We'll see some sharks. On verra des poissons. We'll see some fish. On verra des phoques. We'll see some seals. And he just went, phoque, 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 phoque.
Thanks.
I didn't understand that. Okay, let's move on.
Phoque is French for seal. And
we're Americans. We don't speak.
Thanks, Robbie.
You're here. You're going to be deported. ICE is on the way. ICE is on the way.
To investigate, they got to call the cards.
Yeah,
No,
Cods, there you go. There you go.
Ice was for the vasectomy earlier.
Okay. Hey, yesterday was Groundhog Day, as Puxatawny Phil saw his shadow, indicating 4 more years of what the fleck. Okay. I say Fleck.
Well, you do.
We had a girl I went to school with named Lori Fleck, and we would say, "What the fleck?" So, okay. Hey, in 2032, astronomers are saying that a football field-sized asteroid might hit the Earth in 2032. Many in the U.S. are asking, "Can it come now?"
Yeah.
We direct its landing spot.
Yes. Oh, no, it's going to destroy the Earth. It'll kill us all.
Doesn't really matter.
I know. Hey, the World Health Organization and Centers for Disease Control are going to redefine obesity for the new era. It used to use BMI over 30, and now it'll just be too cheap for Ozempic. That'll be the
Yep.
All right, a couple more, and then I'm going to go change my career. Hey, after speaking with the Prime Minister of Canada and the President of Mexico, Trump paused the tariffs. Yeah. To keep them gone, both leaders will have to agree to a Smoking the Bandit night at Camp David. I don't know where that came from.
That's okay. We'll file that under jokes they don't get in England.
I did not get that in England.
I'm pretty sure she didn't.
You saw Smoking the Bandit. I just pictured the three of them watching Smoking the Bandit. So.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Hey, by the way, if you fidget at your desk, biomechanist Katie Bowman says, don't try to stop it. It helps relieve stress and can improve attention. Also, leg bouncing and finger tapping can also keep your mind occupied so you don't spend time wondering what the hell a biomechanist is. Because I've never heard of it. Anybody?
No.
All right. Now it's time for the joke of the day.
Oh, boy.
The first joke of the day.
Oh, the first, we get more than one.
No,
Yeah,
this,
so
no I
lucky.
mean, this is the first joke of the show. Is what I mean.
Oh,
Although I do. Okay, so here we go. I think I do have. No, I don't. I get an email every day with a setup of a joke, and I refuse to click the link, so I write one myself, and it's never as funny as the real one, I'm sure. Why does Bread have a hard time waking up in the morning?
Why does Brett have a hard time waking up in the morning?
It's a late riser.
Yeah. I think I'll come in now.
But what I could have also said, punchline number 2, why does Brett have a hard time waking up in the morning?
Why?
Because his wife took all the yeast.
Yeah.
Could have stuck with the first
It's
one.
Brad Tassell, everybody.
Hey, thanks everybody.
Wow.
Buy my novel.
What a weird week, man.
It's a weird week.
Everything's gonna be weird tonight.
We told everybody to be quiet, and they went, okay.
Yeah.
Be quiet, you.
Well, we found the best way to make people be quiet is have Brad read jokes.
People were like, we're gonna be really quiet, you son of a gun. Like you.
Okay.
Well, there's full moon coming, so.
That's right.
We don't have Patty tonight. We have Carla instead, which is awesome. Our headliner is going to sing. Our musical guest is not going to sing, but we're going to play videos. And so to top it all off, it's time for a top 10 list of all kinds of weirdness. Here we go. Yeah, I decided it's too hard to write a top 10 list this week. Tonight we're going to do a top 2 list. Everybody okay?
10 is 2 in binary.
Tonight's category from the home office in whatever counts as Washington, D.C. these days. Top 2 things to blame for all of America's problems.
Oh, God.
You ready? These are the top 2 things to blame for all of America's problems. Number 2, DEI, lack of ownership of Greenland, non-billionaire immigrants, Ohio dogs and cats, windmills, fact-checking the name of the Gulf of Mexico, Jimmy Carter dying in the wrong month, school kids who refuse to wear their bulletproof backpacks, DEI, failure to rate California's leaves, vaccines, lack of famous lunatics in cabinet positions, EVs, Plan B, did I mention DEI, devil music, defaming the famous lunatics in cabinet positions, and the syphilitic orange head who put them there, saying happy holidays, lack of white firefighters, brown people, poor people, democratic socialist people, non-Christian people, non-heterosexual people, non-normal people, non-orange butt-kissing people, and DEI.
Whoa.
And the number 1 thing to blame for all of America's problems, definitely not tariffs.
Definitely not tariffs. Not in any
Don't
way.
even think about it.
You
No,
know
sir.
who we definitely can't blame for anything?
Carla.
Carla Ulbrich.
We have Carla. Hey,
There she is,
Carla.
everybody. I
Yay.
can't believe it.
Howdy.
You're in a
Hey.
tent somewhere.
I'm outside the club. I just finished playing in Dreamers in Monk's Corner, South Carolina.
Wow.
Wow, you're
It-
really just like Patty this week.
Sort of outside the gig. And the Dreamers is a club that's inside a bowling alley.
Nice.
Wow. It's like a tofurkey or a never
Yeah.
mind.
It is. It is.
Oh,
But it's actually
Chaplin's for 25 years in Detroit. Chaplin's was in a bowling alley.
no,
Ain't
this is
nothing wrong with it.
it's actually a really nice club. But I walked in, I was like, where's the club? And then I found it and it was really nice. But yeah, I think your top 2 list was so incredibly long. I think your virtual drummer was starting to poop out there.
My favorite drummer is a virtual drummer. Hey, are you ready? You ready to do a little melting or whatever we're doing? I have no idea
Yeah.
what this is. Let's give this a try.
Is it crazy?
Go. Yeah.
Is Patty crazy?
Am I crazy?
Patty's not sure, Patty's not from lunatics winning their local races to major league wackos with orange faces to obnoxious a-holes taking handicapped spaces. If she's losing her mind, that's fair. She's Patti Vasquez.
Am I crazy?
Or am I Carla?
I don't know. Well, that's actually, I forgot that it was not the melt and the am I crazy? And this actually fits, really fits. Because I do have 2 psychiatrists. So chances are we could just say yes and be done with this bit. But I was, for the first 10 minutes of this show, wearing my guitar on my back in the gig bag because I'm so scared I'm going to leave it here. Because it was only that I was talking to someone, a bunch of people after the show, and they were complimenting me and stuff. And then someone said, yeah, and what kind of guitar is that? And I was like, oh, I almost left here without my guitar. As I did when I was at the South Florida Folk Festival on Saturday night. I left my guitar backstage and I had to text somebody and say, could you bring that back to the house? And I wish I could say this was only the 2 times I've ever done it. Well, it is the only 2 times I've ever done it this weekend. I have left it on an airport shuttle. I have left it. I will I will eat green eggs and ham. I will, Sam, I am. Apparently, I will do pretty much anything but remember to pack my guitar. And remember, I've left it on an airport shuttle. I've left it next to my car and then driven away.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I guess the conclusion is yes, I am crazy. But let me tell you, I had to pull over on the way down here. I went to Florida in my car, drove the whole way, and I had to pull over to talk to somebody because my reception was going in and out. And the place that I wound up pulling over was south of the border.
Oh no!
At the South Carolina border. Y'all know south of the border. If you don't know it, it's a Mexican themed travel lodge, and it's sprawling complex with mini golf and a bouncy house and some bar called Porky's. It's very classy. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Very classy. Well, I did a little research into the origins of south of the border because I'm like, what's up with this? They've got billboards for miles along 95 with all this Mexican themed stuff. And then one I saw, a lot of them have come down, but there's still one up that says, you never sausage a place.
Yep.
And then it says, it's got a guy in a sombrero, and then it goes, everyone's a wiener. Like that is so impressive that they fit racism and dad jokes into one billboard. And it wasn't at all cluttered. It wasn't cluttered at all. It was very efficient. So anyway, south of the border, what I learned, that this is something that should be in the American history books because they're not putting anything factual in there, so it might as well put something interesting. The reason south of the border exists is it used to be a big honeymoon spot. And the reason that it was a big honeymoon spot, if you're wondering why, like who would choose Dillon County, South Carolina as their honeymoon spot at some Mexican themed place in South Carolina with a bouncy house and mini golf and a chintzy roller coaster? Because you could get married at 14.
Oh, yeah. That's coming back everywhere.
That's who would choose to honeymoon at south of the border, a 14-year-old. And, you can't vote. You can't buy cigarettes. You can't do algebra yet. You can't drive. But you can get married. If you thought algebra was hard in the first place, try doing it with a baby on your hip is what I'm saying. So that was my style. I got to stop there again. I didn't have time to get out on the way down, but I got to go in on the way back up because I'm sure I missed something important. And we got to do a little more research. Okay. Thanks, y'all. And let's put the votes in there. Am I crazy?
I'd say yeah.
Can we make a poll? Can you do a poll?
Well, you don't.
You're not crazy. You're not paying attention.
You don't think getting married at 14 is good, so you can't be that crazy. And I thought they went there to get married because of the sausages. I like it.
Just the one sausage.
Just the one sausage.
You know what they're saying to the guy who had sex with the shark?
What?
The shark was saying, "You're going to need a bigger thing."
Bigger dinghy, I think is what you meant.
Your bait is weak. Yeah, you got a little bitty bait.
Man, this is the classiest show we've ever done.
It's like we're drunk. So thank you, Carla. That was what's
thank
that?
You, Carla.
Where is this club? This club is like. Is this South Carolina? Is that where you are?
Yes.
Oh, that's a long drive for a show.
I was in Florida first doing gigs down there. I drove down to Florida.
Oh.
And I thought if I'm going to need a rental car anyway, I might as well drive, have my own car, because I hate flying with a guitar anyway. So.
Do you have merch? What's your merch?
I do. I have dad jokes books.
Cool.
And CDs for people who still have the ability to play those.
Those two people. Well, in South Carolina, you can cassettes.
Right.
The biggest seller, I think, is the used Mad Libs books. So much less work that way.
Wax cylinders, yeah. Those go.
When did you do a dad joke book?
I collected all these dad jokes over the pandemic, and I just published the books last year in hard copy form.
Oh, that's great. You just there's stapled paper, just
No, I got them properly printed.
all handwritten.
Me my
So.
phone.
All right.
I wrote that.
Hang on, I got a dad joke for you there, Carla.
Yeah.
I just heard this one. I want to read it to you because I think this is very important and it's worth holding up the whole show to do this.
I was about to say, don't we have a headline?
It's so worth it.
You have
Hey, Carla, what kind of pants does a psychic wear?
You got me, Steve. I don't know.
Just a pair of normal pants.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So bad, it's good.
Very
Let me
cute.
run this out to the border and tell them to make a billboard out of it.
We now have a new low. I can't believe it. So, all right, say goodbye, Carla.
Bye, Carla.
Hi, Carla.
All right. So is Rob coming up? Robbie, right?
There
Yeah,
you go.
hi.
There he
Yeah,
is, right there. I
there.
got him.
Find him.
I got him. Hey, look, everybody! It's New Zealand's favorite son. It's Robbie Ellis.
Hey,
Are you in New Zealand right now?
No, he's in
No,
Chicago.
I'm in Chicago. I live in Chicago. I've lived in Chicago for 10 years now.
Oh, are you thinking of moving back? This is a good.
I mean, it's a recent topic of conversation, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm taking a trip back just to visit because, I got a little child who has 2 passports, who I was very sure to sort out both passports for him. Yes, before all this nonsense. So taking a trip back, going to do one show there, and no prospect of moving immediately, but
Are the grandparents there?
Yes, grandparents are there. And in fact, my mother-in-law, my Illinois-born and raised mother-in-law, will be traveling with us because she has just retired. She's never been to New Zealand, so that's
And nannies are fun.
that. And if you're gonna fly with a proto-toddler, I think a ratio of 3 adults to 1 kid is about as good as you could. I've told many people that, and they've I've heard other stories of I flew with 2 kids under 2 as a solo parent, and it's like no thank you.
And you fill a row.
Yes, we sorted that out. I'm salty at Air New Zealand for cancelling the direct Chicago to Auckland service, even though we booked it in good faith. So our little kid has to be on our laps from Chicago to LA, but we do get the row and the bassinet from across the Pacific, so that's something.
No, that's not bad at all. You guys are rich people. Okay, so Steve, what are we doing?
Here's the deal. Robbie is a genius songwriter, but he lives in a home where he has to be very quiet at this hour because of the aforementioned youngster. So he's pre-recorded some songs. I have not heard any of this. I just lined it up enough to make sure it works. So we're going to do the usual thing, except that it's pre-recorded. We'll play one of his songs. I've got to answer it somehow. And then we'll play his other song. Is there anything you want to say before we start playing these, Robbie?
Assuming that you are starting with song number 1.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, this is... I'll set it up by saying being a parent is amazing for songwriting inspiration. It's not great for songwriting follow-through. But I have come up with some songs. This is one of them.
Okay, here we go.
It's our
I forgot to do this part.
musical guest, our musical guest. Gonna sing something funny and then Steve will play something in between. Our musical guest, our musical guest. It's time for our musical guest.
Robbie Ellis live on tape.
Oh, cool.
My blue-eyed baby boy, you've been here 50 hours. I don't know what to tell you. You're skin to skin with Dad, but Dad's brand new to dadding. I don't know what to tell you. Though billions of folks have been parents before, and many were stupid, dim-witted, and dense, and those one sandwich short ones kept their kids alive, usually, I don't know what to tell you. Do I say don't climb that tree there? Do I let you push your limits? Should you open doors for women, or is that misogynistic? And what's the age to let you walk to school alone? And when's appropriate to give you a phone? Should I make you practice music if you lean towards accordion? Should I cheer you from the sidelines if you're playing tackle football? And will that kill as many brain cells as your phone? You've just been born, your head is inches from my phone. 'cause I write lyrics in the notes app of my phone. No, the future's TBA, you just can't plan it.
By the way, I'm
And your
obscured.
tiny scrunched up face will face uncertainties. But in one thing my conviction's strong as granite. And it's please, 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 floss. Please floss. That's my one lesson for you that I'll try to get across. You haven't yet been discharged from the neonatal wing, but my precious, get used to that string. Floss. Remember to floss. Dad's had poor dental habits since the days of DOS. You're barely 2 days old and not a tooth is poking through. But do as I say, not do as I do. When it's late, before Dada goes to bed, Dada ain't got the rushies as he brushes. He should take 2 more minutes to finish. And wash his teeth properly. What is his policy? Honestly, Folly, why wasn't he bothering floss? You really should floss. Neglecting those good practices will be your albatross. You've only had colostrum, solid food as 6 months hence, but I'd like to avoid the expense. When you're young, little Baba, we got you covered. But once you are a grown-up, you're on your own, bud. Plus when Doc needs to fix ya, they sticks ya. Eee! When needles and mouthies go ouchies, we shout ow, ow, owie. So how about we get this drill out of me floss? Floss! Consistently, actually floss. Get in there, rid those crevices of all that gunky moss. You've only pooped meconium, your eyes can barely squint. But trust me, you will save a mint. So please, 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 please floss, and it goes for all of you watching as well. Floss. Cause fillings, crowns, and root canals mean monetary loss. Plus it sucks when your dental health's a POS or POS. How can I hope to take care of you if I can't even take care of myself? I don't know what to tell you, except to floss and lay off the sugar.
Wow. That was so great.
The video cut off just a hair before the end for me. So the last
I'm so sorry.
No, that's fine. Remember to floss and lay off the sugar, unlike your dad.
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah.
Y'all got that.
I don't know that everybody got that, but at my end, I did not get that. I'm just clarifying for anybody
I
else.
also did not get that.
Okay, I'm glad you clarified that, and I will let the last one run a little longer just for that reason. Hey, it's an odd show tonight because our headliner's singing stuff, and our singer has got. So I decided my answer to your song. I'm supposed to do a song, but I'm going to just do a bit.
Great.
Because my dad, who is with us right now, he and he's in his prime of business acumen. He was selling supplies to dentists, weren't you, Dad? Yes, he was. And so we went to a different dentist every time we went to the dentist because all my dad's friends were dentists. And my favorite dentist, sarcasm, was a guy named Rich. And his favorite thing to do with new patients, particularly new young patients, they do the teeth cleaning and they do everything. And at the end, they have to rinse it out with this gun that's got water in it. And his favorite thing to do is aim the gun in your mouth and then back up across the room. So there's an arc of water going in your mouth. And I'm sitting there 14 years old, like, I don't know when this is going to stop. And my dad's standing there back with Rich. This is really funny. Yeah, it's really funny. So I did something that nobody's ever done because they weren't paying attention. They were giggling with each other. Then he came back with the gun and I kept the water in my mouth. I didn't swallow. So when Rich came a little closer to me with his khaki pants, I spit it right in his crotch.
Yay.
Thank you very much. True story.
Hey, now call him He-Man.
I believe my dad can vouch for that. Are you there, Dad? You're muted, and the one time my dad can't be heard. It doesn't really matter. Let's do another song. We'll get back to that. Let's do another song from Robbie Ellis live on tape. Let's see if I can find it, and I'll play the whole thing this time.
Yeah. I will set this up by saying this is very Chicago specific, but hopefully can be appreciated by other parts of the country.
I'm pretty sure we will. Now, if I could find the play button, it's got to be here somewhere.
I'm
It's
sure
hidden.
my lower regions will.
Hang on, I'm gonna try again because Zoom hates me. It's here somewhere. Nope, can't find it. Hang on. I'll just say another couple words about this, Rob.
Yeah, I don't know if you know Bill Larkin. He's another comedy songwriter here in
Yes,
Chicago.
we've had him on this show.
Oh yes, so his bread and butter work isn't comedy songwriting because whose is. It's piano bar work.
Yeah, live parody writing.
This isn't a song like imitating Bill, but his world very much inspired it, and I kind of sing it in his accent and voice as well.
Okay, let's give it a try. See if this works. Hey, I think it's going to work.
I want to learn every Big Ten fight song so I can work at a Chicago piano bar. Between Sweet Caroline and Sweet Child of Mine, I'll pander to Midwesterners who yell hoorah when I quote their collegiate fight song. Using a mic and 88 piano keys. Between Don't Stop Believin' and all my Justin Biebin, I'll please the couples who only talk in sports analogies. They met in Ann Arbor, Columbus, or Bloomington, or the other Bloomington. Now they live here in the city, which rules? They're getting married in the fall, then they'll have 2 kids in Schaumburg, cause they don't trust Chicago public schools. But for now I'll play their personal fight song between Bohemian Rhapsody and Wagon Wheel. They peaked in junior year, now it's all downhill from here. Thank you for your $1. It's been real.
Yeah. You all get the end? Okay, I'm going to stop sharing now. Yay!
Hail State.
The other Bloomington, that was my favorite.
Although I went to the one Bloomington. The one Bloomington's where I went to college.
Yeah, and this song was about you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So pedants will say that the other Bloomington is not part of the Big Ten, and I know, but it's in Illinois, and
I love that.
Who cares? Yeah.
Bloomington normal, so it's 2 states.
That was fantastic.
Yeah.
Where can we hear you? Where can we hear you playing piano and singing funny songs live in the next little while?
Tell you what, you can hear that song, Big Ten Fight Song, with the Chicago Metropolitan Symphony Orchestra.
Wow. I can?
On Saturday, March the 15th. They are doing their concert at the DePaul School of Music. The CMSO is Chicago's longest running amateur orchestra. I have a friend who's a violinist who pestered the conductor and said this would be really fun if we got Robbie in. I'm a composer by training. I can do all the arrangements. So half the set is my songs, including Big Ten Fight Song, and the other half is Tom Lehrer for orchestra.
Ooh.
That's fantastic.
Because orchestras love public domain composers.
They do.
Yes.
Well done. Well played.
And people like you who'll give it to him.
And I'm so glad you're doing this at DePaul. Because I understand you tried to get it at DeJohn, DeGeorge, and DeRingo, but they all said no. But you got it in at DePaul.
That's my alma mater. You be careful there, Mr. Gray.
Sorry.
Fight song?
I like that there is DePaul in Chicago, which is like, okay, a normal name. And then Indiana has like the speech defect name school, which is DePaul, which is DePaul, spelled with a W at the end.
Yeah.
So another reason to rag on Indiana.
It's for puppies. It's a puppy.
But yes, I have arranged Poisoning Pigeons in the Park, Masochism Tango, Lobachevsky.
Oh, yes.
Which did not even exist in sheet music form, so I have now produced the piano sheet music for that. You can find it on the web. And the elements, of course. So,
man, it's so weird when we get a real musician in here. That's fantastic.
Yeah, we've never had one.
What date
before.
was that, Robbie?
Sorry.
That is Saturday, March the 15th, and I'm hoping, I'm not going to talk too publicly about it, but I'm hoping to record them with a different orchestra as well. More than just those four, like a whole album's worth.
I'm guessing normal people just can't go.
Yes, normal people can absolutely go.
They can buy tickets?
Yes. Shall I put the link in the chat?
I think is what he's trying to say. It's open to the public.
No, it's a public concert. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Let me put the link in the chat.
Put the link in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Although I will end up driving to DePaul, so I don't know if that's going to work.
Yeah.
Although I went to the bad school, I went to DePete Best, so that was.
The concert also includes West Side Story symphonic dances and like some other dead composers' music.
Fantastic. Damn. Fantastic. All right. Thank you, Robbie Ellis.
Thank you.
That was tremendous. Man, oh man. Okay. Hey, guess what it's time for?
We can just get half of Jeff. It'll be fantastic.
This way, Jeff. This guy right here. Oh my God. It's Jeff Pearson. I'm going to play an intro for you in a second, but let's read his credits. This guy, oh my God, he's had cuts and hits with Jim Stafford, Barbara Mandrell, Hank Williams Jr., two of the Oak Ridge Boys. No, all of the Oak Ridge Boys. Ricky Van Shelton, Chris Young, and many, many others.
My favorite.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna run this thing, and you're gonna sing,
and you're gonna switch places while he does it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the hell out of here. Here we go. Well, not that. This.
It's time for our big headliner. Got some funny jokes to say. Oh, do a 10-minute set headliner. Man, I'm so glad that it's Monday. Yeah.
Jeff Pearson.
Yeah, everybody, it's great being here. I've been here a few times before.
But this time you were invited.
Yeah, it's great. And I didn't watch the Oscars last night or the Grammys. I was at another awards banquet, and I don't really like to brag, but I won a very prestigious award.
Did you?
Yeah, can I share it with y'all?
If we can still be friends.
Okay, we can still be friends. Last night, I was voted the Piggly Wiggly Shopper of the Month. Yeah, buddy. And this first song I'm going to do is for a live human being who is actually watching right now from Bali.
Wow.
She's a dear friend I haven't seen in I don't know how many years. But I remember when she came to town because everybody was talking about her, and I was going like this. And I got this song going, and I finished the song with my dear friend, God bless him, Jimbo Henson. And it goes like this. And not only that, my brother's oldest child, Jennifer, named their little girl after this song and the person who it's written about. I don't want to tell you the name up front. I want you to hear it. I'm going to tell you. Her name's Jana Stanfield, and it goes like this. Too much cologne, hair all combed, shirt tail all tucked in, dressed to a T. I'm the epitome of a perfect gentleman. I got love on the brain, Jana is her name. I'm gonna make her mine tonight. Just my luck, I come to pick her up, silhouetted in the front porch light. It's Jana's dad, big and bad, a good old boy in a John Deere hat. 6'6", 285, biceps flexed, daggers in his eyes, saying, look here, boy, I don't care who you are. When you take my baby away in that car, remember, Jana's dad, big and bad. I'll be waiting when you get back. Well, I wouldn't run, I just played dumb. Yes, sir, was all I said. Jana walked out in a low-cut blouse. I thought, this is it, I'm dead. But I live to hear her whisper in my ear, make me your woman tonight. Oh, it's not like I wouldn't, I tried, I just couldn't, 'cause all I could see when I looked in her eyes was Jana's dad, big and bad, a good old boy in a John Deere hat. 6'6", 285, biceps flexed, daggers in his eyes, saying, look here, boy, I don't care who you are. When you take my baby away in that car, remember, Jana's dad, big and bad. I'll be waiting when you get back. Well, I thought those days were gone for sure, but every time I turn around, there's a boy at the door. My daughter says, Daddy, this could be the one, but the closer they get, the more I become just like Jana's dad, big and bad. Jana's dad, big and bad. Janet's dad, big and bad. Janet's dad. Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Thank y'all.
Oh, you guys, nobody loved that song more than my dad.
That's cool. And I met your dad one time.
Yeah.
He wasn't as big as the song says, but
Never is.
yeah, there you go.
In his mind, he was, and in all my dates' minds, he was that big.
There you go. This next song does not need an introduction. I played this song when I first wrote it over the phone from my brother saying, "Hey, Joe, this is for me and my wife." And here's the other deal. She will never hear this song. She will never know that it exists because she won't hear the parts. Well, she won't. Nothing. If you see her at the store, don't tell her about it. My wife, she talks a lot about stuff I don't care about. She goes on and on about what's going on at the neighbor's house. She gossips with the best of them like it's going out of style. I just nod my head and smile when she gets on a roll. Sometimes I don't know just what the hell she's talking about. Heaven only knows, 'cause I sure don't have a clue. So all I do like a zoned out flower child is nod my head and smile. All I do is listen, I don't engage. No way I could get a word in edgewise anyway. She just talks over me and never even hears me. Meanwhile, I just nod my head and smile. You know I love my wife, but I ain't fool enough to ever sit her down and say, "Honey, you talk too much." 'Cause that would be low down and mean, and buddy, that ain't my style. I just nod my head and smile, 'cause I know the secret of a never-ending love. You gotta be there for each other and trust in the Lord above. Just know she'll always be right and you'll always be wrong once you walk down the aisle. Just nod your head and smile. Yeah, buddy, just nod your head and smile.
Sage advice and funny.
That's why she'll never hear it. She won't hear the part about I love my wife. She'll hear about the stuff you talk too much, which is the God's honest truth.
We'll do the mouth one now.
You say what?
Do the mouth one now.
What's that?
Fish mouth.
Kiss is like a bass.
That one.
Oh, I
Kissing
got
like
you.
a
Yeah.
bass.
Okay. Most of the songs I've written have something to do about love, the love of fishing, and this is one of them. My wife ain't into football or the UFC, but put a fishing pole in her hand. She can drop, shot, flip a jig, cast a Carolina rig, just like Kevin Van Dam. She got a Bill Dance poster on the ceiling overhead. She's all about fishing, even when we're in bed. Ain't I the luckiest man alive? My best fishing buddy is my own sweet wife. My baby kisses like a largemouth bass. She gets a hold of me, she don't hold nothing back. She's like a Merc 250 with a full tank of gas. My baby kisses like a largemouth bass. My wife hates this song. She don't do any cardio or step class aerobics. All she likes to do is fish. But when our fishing day is through, there's something else she likes to do that starts with a good night kiss. Yeah, the only way I know to get to my woman's heart is $100 Bass Pro Shops gift card. Lord, she gets that look in her eyes, and I know it's gonna be another sleepless night. My baby kisses like a largemouth bass. Lord, she's a keeper, I don't throw in her back. Aim. screwed up. Can we still be friends? Let me do that part again. My baby kisses like a largemouth bass. Lord, she's a keeper, I ain't throwing her back. She might look as innocent as a Sunday school class. My baby kisses like a largemouth bass. Her kind of kissing ain't for the mild-mannered or meek. I'm pretty sure she never heard of a church hug or peck on the cheek. My baby kisses like a largemouth bass. Yanks all the covers off when we hit the sack. Ain't nowhere on earth I'm yanking them back. Yeah, my baby kisses like a largemouth bass. She's got a 9-pound tongue. My baby, she does, that's the line. My baby kisses like a largemouth bass. She likes to get it, that is the God's biggest. My baby kisses like a largemouth bass.
Yeah,
That's it.
Thank you, Bob. Appreciate it.
Bob
That
loves
was
you more than
amazing.
anybody else we have in here.
Yeah, buddy.
You know, Jeff, I think that your wife only didn't listen to the part about how you loved her, but the other part in the song, I wonder if she listened to the part where you would rather be with Janice Stanfield.
That's a secret.
Oh.
This is what's kept Jeff out of the billboard so much, is that we can't talk about any of his stuff.
Yeah, his stuff is all secret. I can't believe it. That was amazing.
Where can we hear you playing in the upcoming little while? There,
I'm
Jeff?
not doing much these days. I'm the featured writer at the Commodore on February 24th. So
You're in Nashville.
Wherever you live, fly into Nashville and see me do 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank y'all.
That was
Thank
fantastic.
you. Yay.
Man, I don't even know what we're doing next. I'm so excited. What do we generally do next? Oh, yeah, we got a couple commercials I want to do. There's a couple things happening that you need to know about. One of them is MarsCon, and I'm pretty sure we got a few people who are going there. So let's see if I can find this commercial. It goes like this.
The world's longest running comedy music concert series is back.
So this song is about following your dreams and never giving up. It's also about the Hulk.
MarsCon 2025 is taking place March 7th through 9th at the Hilton Minneapolis St. Paul Mall of America Hotel in Bloomington, Minnesota.
Can I get
Bloomington number 3.
That's right. This year's event will have performances by Worm Quartet, Devo Spice, The Great Luke Ski, Insane Ian, Carrie Dalby, Meow Meme, Steve Goodie, Nuclear Bubble Wrap, The Odd Ditties, Holy Bongwater, Regdar and the Fighters, Primordial Pouch, and this year's comedy music guests of honor, sponsored by Needle Juice Records, John S. Hall and Dog Bowl of King Missile Dogfly Religion.
I don't go to recitals anymore because my hearing is too sensitive, and I don't go to art galleries anymore because there are people there, and I can't deal with people.
Registration for a weekend badge is $55 until January 31st. After that, it'll be $70 at the door. To pre-register and for more info on MarsCon, visit marscon.org.
Please continue to hold. Your comedy music will be with you shortly.
You are currently the 27th caller in line.
And now another commercial for something is happening next week here in Nashville.
It's Al, the Weird Tribute, and how Daniel Radcliffe got mixed up in this nonsense.
I'm Steve, and I like funny songs.
How come you're always such a fussy young man? Don't want no Captain Crunch, don't want no Raisin Bran.
And I love Weird Al.
Just eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it.
I abbreviated my commercial because we all know about this. Tuesday, February 11th.
Yay.
Okay, and now I think I'm supposed to do another funny song. Does it feel like this show has been 2 hours long? Is it me?
2 hours long. It's a 9:55.
Okay, let's do this thing. I'm going to do a really quick thing, and then we'll move on, is what we'll do.
How about another dumb song from Steve for no reason?
This is so stupid. All right. This is version 2, chapter 2, part 2 of my ongoing series, Jerry Lewis Sings Led Zeppelin. There's a lady! Thank you. All right.
And that song will immediately be muted by all platforms.
All right. It is now time to beg for money, because that's our best thing.
Brad begs for money. Hey, we need your money. We don't charge a cover for a 2-drink minimum, so what did you expect, Jack?
You know what you do right now is you go to virtualcomedyshow.com and click donate to the comedians, because as we found, Robbie Ellis has an 18-month-old and he has to fly to New Zealand, and that ain't cheap. And,
to purchase floss.
That's right. And we all have to buy floss. Yes, we've learned that too. Go to virtualcomedyshow.com, click donate to the comedians. And now I found out you can click and just click donate monthly and put in a number, and then every month it will.
Wow, that's what Bob does.
That's what Bob does. And somebody else that I know.
That's fantastic.
And all of you can do that. Go to virtualcomedyshow.com and click donate to the comedians, and we will make the show shorter. I think that'll be the and we'll stop asking people to be quiet, because then they do. It's really wise. So, okay, enough of that. Let's get out of here.
Worst joke of the week coming your way.
Worst joke. Worst joke. Worst joke. Worst joke.
Boo! That was the worst joke ever.
A Starbucks employee in Mobile, Alabama is getting rabies shots after a pet monkey jumped out of a car into the drive-thru window, ran up an employee's arm, and started biting her.
Dear.
When asked why the monkey attacked the barista, the owner said he wanted 4 pumps of vanilla. Good night, everybody.
I got your vanilla right here.
Hey, that was the virtual